From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for August 22nd, 2016. I'm Rachel Wilkerson.
And I'm Jordan Elston. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University will soon have a new location to showcase the arts. The Janice Hawkins Cultural Arts Park will feature a variety of artwork from around the world, including a permanent exhibit of work from a world-renowned artist born right here in Troy. Kyle Shook takes a look at the new addition to campus.
Stewart Hall is now filled with construction, but soon this area will be filled with the artwork of world-renowned artist and Troy native Nall. The artist had the chance to tour the area that will be the new home of a permanent display of his lifetime of work. Nall is excited about the opportunity to give back to his home and the friends he has here.
Well, I've already accomplished a lot having Janice and Jack Hawkins as friends. They have introduced me to so many people in Alabama. David Bronner, the people in Monroeville that commissioned portraits. So I just want to honor my hometown and all of my relatives and the people in the cemeteries, that this is where I came from. My money came from art. And so I want to give it back to art in Troy.
And the donation was one of the motivating factors in establishing this new art center, and the Nall display will be one of the cornerstones of the center.
We're fortunate in that he was born here. That's what introduced us to him. That's what's contributed to a lasting and meaningful relationship personally with Nall. But Nall's also left us his estate when he's moved from this earth. And so it will go on and on, way beyond our time, and I am so grateful.
You're going to see a lifetime of my work, of my students' works, of my colleagues' works that I've collected over the years, traded with, and bought when I didn't have money for food.
And it was food that was once served in the location where Nall's work will be displayed, and Nall feels his work will symbolically continue that tradition.
Stewart Hall, I have eaten here many times when it was a cafeteria. It has been a source of food for their stomachs. Now we're putting some food for their eyes and for their minds.
Kyle Shook, Troy TrojanVision News.
The Cultural Arts Park will also include over 200 terracotta warriors donated by artist Hu Baozu that will be on display in the amphitheater in the park. It is expected to be completed later this year.
In November, voters will go to the polls to elect a new president. However, tomorrow local voters will have the chance to elect a new mayor and city council for the city of Troy. But not all Troy University students who live on campus will vote at the same place. Nathaniel Rodriguez shows us where on-campus students can cast their vote tomorrow.
On Tuesday, voters will have 3 candidates to choose from in this year's mayoral race for the city of Troy. Incumbent Jason Reeves, Olanda Hardy, and Raven Sexton are running for the office. However, for Troy students who live on campus, where they cast their vote in the election will depend on where they live on campus. The campus is divided between 2 districts, as you can see on this map, with part of the campus in District 5 and part in District 2. District 5 is marked in blue on the map. Dorms located in District 5 include the New Hall, Gardner, Hamel, Shackelford, and Pace Hall. Also included are Payton House, Hillcrest House, and Sorority Hill. These residences will vote at the Pike County Courthouse downtown. District 2 is marked in green. Dorms located in this district include Clements, Cowart, the Newman Center, Trojan Village, the Honors Cottage, and Fraternity Row. These residences will vote at the Ralph Adams Armory on George Wallace Drive. The election will be from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Nathaniel Rodriguez, Troy TrojanVision News.
For anyone who lives off campus but don't know where their polling place is located, they can visit the City of Troy's website at troyal.gov and click on the district map under the Government tab to see which district they are located in. Once again, the election is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. So far, only one Trojan sport is in action, but that doesn't mean that Trojan fans aren't getting excited about the season.
That's right. Many of those fans had a chance to meet with some of their favorite fall athletes at the annual Fan Day on Saturday. food, fun, and fans. That's what Saturday's Fan Day was all about.
Yeah, today's our annual Fan Day, which really kind of signifies the kickoff of our year. And so we open up our doors, invite people in the community, our fan base, to come and visit with our players. We've got a volleyball team, a soccer team, our football team, cross country, all the teams that really are competing in the fall here today to interact with our fans. We've set up some areas for the children, and so it's really just about having a good time.
Some Trojan fans shared why they chose to participate.
I wanted to come out because I have a lot of friends on the football team. It's my favorite sport to watch, and I like going to the games. And my friends were coming.
Well, it just does so much more when you got good programs like this that you can get involved with and getting to know people. It's big enough that you can be competitive in some of the things that you do, but small enough that you can kind of get to know everybody. Just a real friendly environment.
While Fan Day primarily focuses on Troy fans getting to meet some of their favorite athletes, for one Trojan football player, the day means much more.
Well, it's important to me because I just got here and I just want to get to know the people around here. I'm a long ways from here, about 7-8 hours, so I think it's a good chance to just meet the people in the community. We need the fans to come out and support us and really know who we are, not just who it is under the helmet.
Soccer is the only fall sport currently in action. They kicked off this weekend. Ryan will let us know how they did coming up in sports.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
It was a busy weekend for the Troy soccer team as the Trojans kicked into their season on Friday night with a 2-0 win on the road against Gardner-Webb. The Trojans then traveled up to Birmingham yesterday to take on the Sanford Bulldogs, looking to snag that second win of the season. Troy pressured Sanford early in the game, but 2 first-half goals from the Bulldogs would prove to be a tough pill to swallow. The Bulldogs scored the first goal of the game in the 11th minute, and the Trojans held on to that 1-0 deficit until the 39th minute when a Trojan pass was intercepted, forcing Troy goalie Mickey Lewis to come off the line to meet the ball, resulting in a 2-0 victory for the Bulldogs. The Trojans are now 1-1 on the season and will play their home opener this Friday against Belmont in the Trojan Classic. The Trojan football team was also in action over the weekend, holding its final scrimmage of fall camp. Jamal Kennedy has Saturday's highlights from Veterans Memorial Stadium.
The football team held their second scrimmage of the fall. And just like last week, Coach Brown is still looking for improvement.
Offensively, started slow. Silver's been out with strep throat, and he didn't react very well to that today. Threw a couple good picks, or a couple bad picks that he shouldn't do as a guy that's in his third year as a starting quarterback.
It wasn't all bad criticism though, as Coach Brown mentioned the play of his second half offense.
Pleased with the offense second half. Come out for the second scrimmage in a row and really move the ball up and down the field.
With the struggles that Coach Brown mentioned earlier from the offense, some of that has to go to the defense as well, giving them credit for how well they've played as of late and the progress that they've made over the past year. 3
interceptions by that first unit on defense, and we stress takeaways all the time. Those guys stepped up and did that today. We're better defensively than we are offensively. And the big reason is behind that is we got veterans on defense.
And after today's scrimmage, Coach Brown said he's still disappointed in some players. However, there is one player, an incoming freshman, that is leaving his mark on this team.
And that player is Jabir Fry. The true freshman made a few standout plays and already has his coach figuring him into the offense.
He's a guy that we're going to try to get in space. We're going to try to get him touches, and he's earned that right in fall camp. Through these 19-20 practices, he's shown that he's ready to play as a true freshman.
Jamal Kennedy, Troy TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans will take on Austin Peay in the first game of the season on September 3rd in Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Trojan volleyball team is coming out of a weekend of fan engagement with last Thursday's open practice and Saturday's fan day. But now the Trojans focus in on their first game of the season this Friday against the USC Upstate Spartans. Friday's matchup will be the first of a 3-game road series this weekend for the Trojans. And head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says when it comes to preparing for a team you seldom play against, expectations are up in the air.
We've been together for about 2 weeks, and we've done some really good things, but to play against a team that you don't really play against very much, it'll be a really good test to kind of see where we are. So check back with me Saturday afternoon, and I'll be able to give you a better answer on that.
The last meeting between the Trojans and Spartans dates back to 2014 when the Trojans took home a 3-2 victory.